What up, everyone? Welcome to episode 61 of the Gamerish Network podcast. I'm Dre, aka the BK Brawler, here with my co-host, Mr. Mad King, no
What
longer
up? What
solo.
up?
We're here for once again another week, give you guys some gaming news, entertainment news, and talk about what the hell we've been playing lately, as usual. And I feel like for a month, where I told myself going into this month, the only thing I would have to play is fucking Madden. There's a lot more coming out this month, or that came out, that I had no idea about. Tiamo, what's good, my man? Congrats on your baby, man. I saw that. Congrats on
Congrats,
the
bro.
fatherhood.
Yo, you showed up real quick. You real for
And
that.
he was
Bro,
like
we've been
waiting
live for
for our
2
pod to
seconds.
start,
Thank you for
yo.
coming through.
Yep. I know, like that's why I got to share this right now. Let me share it on my page. So we have it there coming on all ends and shit. But yeah. So before I started, we like the no problem, man. We like to do a little icebreakers and all that stuff. At least nowadays, since last week and shit. So this week I had a question for those of the people that's like, oh, matter of fact, before we get into it, so we get more people to join us first. Like, what are you drinking today, man? I didn't even
Oh
get
shit.
into what the hell
I
you
um
drinking
I
today.
wanted to I wanted to introduce my new cup. I know we're for gimmicks on Gamerish. So I got my Ninja Turtles cup.
Oh,
Big ass
nice.
boy. I had this forever. I think 3, 4 years, and I've always just used it to collect things inside of it. But you know what? I'm like, let me just put some beer in this and start drinking with it. So I'm
Yeah, that's
drinking
definitely good
an
for it.
IPA, a two-headed IPA,
Oh,
Barrels Brewery. This is a I think a 12 ounce or a 16 ounce, and it's only a fucking half four. So that's what I'm drinking. What are you drinking,
yep.
Dre?
So me, I'm always double fisting. Y'all know that. So for my beer, I'm drinking a Blue Moon Mango Wheat. You
How is
know,
that? I was thinking about getting it.
it's pretty dope, man. Pretty dope. Mm, it's don't you taste a dash of the mango. You still get the full taste of a Blue Moon beer. And you feel like it's perfect because it's summertime. So
Yes.
it's like the perfect summer beer to be drinking at the moment. And when it comes to the alcohol, I'm drinking a glass of Don Papa. It's a
Don Papa.
rum. Yeah, it's a rum from what's it called, man? It's a place overseas. Gosh, not Indonesia, but it's one of them states of countries overseas. It's not coming to my mind right now. I should remember to look it up before, but it's a very sweet rum. So it's like something that you could get easily fucked up on if you're drinking this shit all day.
You drinking it straight?
Yeah, drinking it straight.
Nice,
But
big boy.
me, it never really impedes what I have to say on the damn show.
True. It's funny. I'm actually drinking one myself. I'm drinking nothing special, just Bacardi Spice Black Rum. Um, my corner store had a deal on it, $20 for like a big bottle. I'm like, fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
we have that
So
shit
I
like aging inside the cabinet.
yeah, so I got it, and I'm just mixing it with Coke and rum. You know how it is.
Yeah.
That's all I've been drinking right now.
But so the question I want to present today, and of course, anybody watching right now, feel welcome to answer this question too. I was thinking about all the games I didn't beat, and the games that I had to always look online. Nowadays, we don't need strategy guys and stuff like that. We have YouTube or Twitch to watch somebody playing the game. It's just I was thinking, what is a game? Or you got like 2 or 3 games that you played recently on the past that you needed a damn walkthrough to make it through that
Walk
damn
through.
game. Because I know all of us don't like to sit there and fucking do the whole dark soul. I'm gonna get through this one way or another. I know I have games that I go on the computer and looked up, and everybody I think that knows me knows the one game I'm going to talk about that I always get a damn strategy guide for. But well, what's a game you got off the top of your head? Then I'll go
See,
with that.
you was gonna say Dark Souls, which I agree with, and my
No, I'm not
scapegoat.
even going to say that.
No,
I
my
never
thing with
beat them.
Dark Souls is like I owe my brother Alonzo. He's a beast in this game. So like my whole condition is like I'll play Dark Souls, but I need you to be like right there with me. So we play co-op, and like the only time I ever play Dark Souls is if he's playing with me. Like I would never play by myself because I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna die. I'm wasting my time. Fuck this shit. So that's the only reason I got through Dark Souls because I had my brother who's like a beast in this game. Like he does the PvP shit. He goes. He's the guy who invades into your game and fucks you up and makes you turn off the game. He's that guy. So I'm like, I have
We're
that
taking
guy on
that
my
feature
side.
off.
Yeah, so like I that's the reason I played Dark Souls because he was right there with me with every boss fight, with everything. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even get past Dark Souls. So like he's kind of my cheat code. That's like the only game recently I could think of that like I wouldn't
Nothing in the
even be able
past.
to finish if it wasn't for that.
Nothing in the past. Even games you didn't finish with it, because I got plenty of games I
I mean,
looked
I got
on. I
like a
was
whole
like,
bunch of games, but it's more not. It's not more because it's difficult. It's too fucking long. I got
yeah.
number of RPG games, Final Fantasy, the new one, the remake. I couldn't finish it because it's fucking
What? You
forever.
couldn't finish that
The
one? Oh
fucking
my goodness.
Assassin's Creed, the new one, I couldn't finish it because it's fucking. I don't have time. Yo,
Well,
bro, I
that
was
I don't need
working
a
like
strategy
60
guide.
plus
You just need
hours.
time for Assassin's
It's just that's the
Creed.
thing. Like these games are not hard. I just don't have time to play them. You know, it's just like it's not even difficult. It's just like, bro, I don't. I time is money, and when I'm working, and you know, as everybody who's gamers, we're all working people, have families outside of games. But when we're like working, it's one like you only have an hour to play a game. You know, you want to feel some sort of accomplishment in that hour. You know, so when you play like an Assassin's Creed game, an hour doesn't do shit in those games. When we play an hour in Final Fantasy, you're just getting through like three cutscenes, and then it's like, okay, time to close it up, go back to work. So like when I was working and when I was really on my grind, I didn't have time for these games, and that's why I was like my Smite, my 2K, because I could get a game in once in a while and just and then end it. You know, it's just like let me play a game of Smite, let me play some 2K, and I could close the book and be like, okay, I did something. So like when Final Fantasy came out, I just didn't have time. The cutscenes are so much, the grinding, the leveling up. I just don't have time for that shit. You know?
Easy mode. That's all I have to say. Like that's all
Yeah,
it
you're
took for
right.
me to get through that game, man. Quick. Went through it in 2 days. Just put it on easy mode, and because all I cared about was seeing what was new and seeing my favorite cutscenes in 4K. So I definitely just went straight easy mode with that damn game. For me, it was the last one was Breath of the Wild when that first came out. I didn't even care to try Breath of the Wild without the damn strategy guide. I was like, man, tell me where the first place to go. Lo and behold, it still irritated me because I tried not to cheat. I just glimpsed at the strategy guide, but then I said, let me do this with a little bit of do it myself, and then I just stopped playing. But now I have to get back to it. I plan on starting that game over. And then as soon as I start it over, I'm just using the strategy guide straight up. Um, I think there was some games with puzzles that I probably went online and I did and I looked up on YouTube how to pass it. I think that was like maybe a one or two Resident Evil 9 puzzles village. I went and looked online like how you finish this because I have no time for these puzzles, even though they
Yeah,
weren't.
what happened to that last Resident Evil game? I feel like it came out and nobody's talking about it anymore.
Well, we're gonna get a DLC for it now.
No, I'm just saying. I
Yeah,
feel like the original, or not the original, the one before this was more hype year round. Where this one came out and it was just like, okay, yeah, it came out, and then
well,
that was
because
it.
the last one they originally had DLC already planned for it, and as the year was going on, they gave us 5 pieces of DLC, and then that big thing with Chris, not Chris, yeah,
It
Chris
was
at
Chris,
the
yeah.
end. So yeah, we had a lot of stuff to talk about when it came to Resident Evil 8. But when it came to Village, they said initially they're not planning no multiplayer, they're not doing any DLC for it until we all clamored on the internet. You know how nowadays developers fall to whatever we say online, and now we're getting DLC. Whether it be a good thing or bad sometimes. But I guess this is one of the good notions in which our voices were heard and we're getting what we want. You
Yeah.
know, um, Other than that, I probably use like online for like maybe a few puzzles and Phoenix Rising, which I also need to finish. Um, I'm trying to think of something that was hard for me, like very hard, but nothing's coming to mind right now. I guess because it's been so damn long since I opened up YouTube and look for something since this last damn game. But other than that, yeah. I say if anybody in the comments though, anybody watching wants to let us know what you've been using, what strat. Don't be afraid too. Like I'm not gonna call you a punk because you use a strategy guide to play Madden and learn the buttons or something. Like like I ain't gonna call you a punk for that. Even Mario levels. I'm sure there's people out there who probably look online and see how it beat some of the hardest Mario levels. So everybody, each their own. Everyone got their own thing going on. But with that said, let's go into what we've been playing. You know,
Alright.
um, you wanted me to start, or you want
Yeah,
to
because you
start?
have your list up already.
All right. So I'm gonna start off with Humankind.
Alright.
Humankind is a 4x4 strategy game. For those who played Civilization, this is gonna be really familiar to you. Right now, I think it's only on Stadia and on Game Pass PC. You're not
It's
gonna
on
get the.
Steam for sure. Yeah, I don't think
It's
it's on
on
PlayStation.
Steam
Is it on
also.
PlayStation? I
It's
think it's
not
on
on. I
console.
haven't seen it on Play. It's supposed to be on PlayStation, but when I checked, it's not there. When I checked Xbox, it's not there. So right now, it's only Stadia and Game Pass PC. Maybe on Steam already, since that's PC. But if you have Game Pass, why pay for it? You know,
True.
um, but yeah, this game, a lot of strategy going on in here. Like I love it because it's just like fucking Civilization, and me and Mo would stay on Civilization for hours. And lo and behold, this is one of those games in which it keeps me on for hours. Like I'm still on my first game. I'm on turn 200 and change right now. Been on it since the day it came out, since night. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I piss, brush my teeth, and I don't eat. I go to that game. Like I turn on the
Really?
computer, yeah, and I go straight back to Humankind to see if I can finish it. And the difference is now, what makes this game unique compared to damn Civilization now is that I think it's the way you interact with the other civilizations in this game. That's one thing. Like you could, it's not as simple as a start in wars and things like that. Everyone has a personality. The people you talk to, they actually have conversations with each other based on what you guys are doing, what era you're up to. You got like the classical era, medieval era, like just like in Civilization, whoever makes it the furthest or gets the most points at the end wins. What makes it different, Civilization, you grow by just building certain things and just like that. In this game, there's a star system. So in every level or era of the game, you need to get a certain amount of stars in order to make it to the next thing. How you get these stars up to you. You could get them by being a religious empire, get them by making a certain amount of money, get them by getting a certain amount of fame out there, or building certain things, creating the most amount of cities. And it's not as simple too as a Civilization where you start, they give you a settler and you just land, drop your city down right away. And in this one, you have to look for resources, and only when you find enough resources can you build your first city. And this could be a detriment to you or help you out in the game because other people could be still looking for enough resources while you're already building like your first great wonder and stuff. And like, man, there's so much I feel like I could get into. I feel like it could be a whole fucking episode on it by itself.
It's it's
Um,
kind of funny because I I I started playing it too. I actually played the demo, the beta when it came out,
mhm.
and
And I didn't like it in the beta. I didn't like it at all. It was too complicated. But I
yeah,
think
and
the
that's how I
problem
feel
that
now. Actually, is that it's a little too complicated. But the way you are like kind of saying how good it seems, I don't know. It makes me kind of
I
interested
think
about it.
we need to play together on PC, do a multiplayer match, and then you'll see. I think what helps me though is that I play Civilization at least once a week. So like, one thing I didn't do with this game, and I didn't give it the benefit of the doubt when we got the beta. And when we was part of the beta on Stadia, one I was playing with a control, way better playing on mouse and keyboard than a control with this game, even though I play Civilization on PS5. But this game, I, I think one thing that was a detriment to me was the screen being so far away. I wasn't able to see everything as good as I'm able to see now on my PC. and everything, especially with 4K screen. I got a new screen, like I was telling you. Now I'm playing everything in 4K on my PC, and so another good thing though was that like the battles play out differently. It's not like with Civilization, you one turn the battle's over. This one you have to strategize. You can put your guys on the higher ground. Like you get each person gets a turn to position their warriors where they want to put them. And if you're on the higher ground, of course, as we learned in Star Wars, you have the advantage. So sometimes like people that are like two civilizations ahead of me, they can't beat my regular soldiers because I strategize better on where I could position them in order to attack these people. And for the first time ever, I feel like I'm doing like in Civilization, I'm known as a warmonger because I'm always going to war and I try to take up over the map. That's how I usually try to win in Civilization. I go and I try and take over everyone's territory. But in this game, I actually like right now I'm trying to raise my fame and get people and raise my science. I'm trying to go through it, but then one thing you learn early in the game is focusing on one area is going to screw you over. You don't want to focus on one area in this game. You want to try and be balanced, but focusing on one area could get you stars in the next era that you move into. But in here, but you still will be behind because you only can get 3 stars per area. So if I focus more on science, I could get those 3 stars faster than anybody else. But now, how am I going to get my last 4 stars to move on into the next era? So
Yeah.
that's where you could get screwed if you don't focus on everything else. And also in this game, um not only like you focus on it forces you to focus on different things because you can win in more than one way. Also, I like to see the battles there. You actually see people hitting each other. You can see them getting shot. Where in Civilization, like it's more of a cartoony effect. Here they put more work into the effects of battles on land. I'll say the AI isn't really good when it comes to going to war because I have one person that's near me. One thing she's screwing me over with is that she's really religious, and my people aren't that religious, and she's actually gained so much momentum in her religion that my all my cities now follow her religion. Even though I'm their ruler, they follow her religion. And if you let them get too much control over your city, your people would then try and rebel against you and try if they like an ideology that another leader is using that has influenced them, they're going to rebel against you and try and force you to use that ideology now. So if you had something which kind of irritated me, because I was one way they screwed themselves in one of my cities because they wanted to change to this other ideology. The ideology I had them doing was going to have them making more food. I was losing citizens because they said there was enough food there, but they wanted to go to this other ideology that made them more money, but they wanted to do it because they get to vote individually where I had them like in and like I was the supreme ruler, do what you say. So they made me take a back seat and now everything I do they get to vote on. And so the things you do have consequences in the future because say you build a dam, now they have like events that happen in the middle of the match where it'd be like, oh, these people came and they saw your dam. They're trying to build ladders to climb over it and shit like that. What do you want to do? And you get given 3 choices, and each of it affects what's gonna happen later on in the game, depending on the choice you like. Whether it's 2 turns later, 3 turns, 5 turns later, every choice you make has a consequence. I'm really loving this game. As you can see, like I already spent probably like 10 minutes talking about this one game. Like, but I'm
Yeah.
really enjoying it. If you got any
I
questions, anybody watching too, listening, if you guys have any questions, just drop a comment. Let me know if there's
I
something you
could
want to talk
never
about.
really get into these type of games. Like I have it, it's free. Which honestly, shout out to Game Pass because I wasn't expecting it to be free. Like I was expecting to like maybe catch it on a
I thought
fucking
Stadia was gonna have it free before Game Pass
yeah,
was.
because Stadia's actually like pushing it on like
Yeah.
because Stadia on the mobile they have a new touchscreen system to
Yep.
play
Which
games.
you can't
So
use on Game Pass. I tried it and they said have to have a controller.
So yeah, so it's something that's like exclusive to Stadia. So that's why I'm like, yo, this is gonna be a dope free game of the month. But of course not, it's not. I don't know, Dre. I'm gonna play it. I have it downloaded because I'm like, I was itching to buy something, and I keep going to Game Pass, and it's a new game, so it's saving
Yeah.
me money. Um, I never played this type of game, so I'm looking forward to just really like
Yeah.
going
Once
in
you
on
get
it.
do some training of it, like just do like your first 50 turns, and then after that you could quit if you don't want to finish it because they're gonna try and make you go into a game right away so you can learn and they'll teach you as you're playing. And just I know it's gonna be a lot to read, but I highly recommend reading every prompt that they put up on the damn screen for you because it really helps. And I guess because I'm into that type of shit, it's why it's easier for me to get into and read all that stuff. So, but speaking of Game Pass, we got another game released
Wait,
today.
I
Oh,
was gonna say let's take turns going back and forth so we don't
oh
went through all your stuff
well,
because you
I know
get
this
really
one we both
excited.
played. That's why
Well, you
I was gonna
played.
put
I
it.
was gonna put this up here.
Oh, you want to talk about Diablo? Okay, yeah, let's go.
Diablo.
Go ahead.
Diablo 2 was it Resurrected? Resurrected.
Mhm.
It just came out. It was in, and I think I want to
Nah,
say
they didn't let
beta,
you
but
pre-order. It comes out next month, but if you
it comes
pre-order,
out
you
next
got to pay
month.
the
But
late.
we have an open beta coming up this weekend. Actually, I think it's
Oh,
tomorrow or
good,
Friday.
good.
So open beta to everybody on Xbox, PS4, PS5, and Steam already. But I got it. I got into it a little bit earlier. I um I never played Diablo 2. Jay, have you played Diablo 2?
Nope, this will be my first time. I started with
So
three, but when I bought, my dad actually bought me Diablo 2 when I was in the sixth grade. I remember it. 'Cause all my friends were talking about it, but our computer couldn't run it, and so we just had to take it back, and I just had to watch gameplay videos about it. Wonder,
just like what we're
see,
doing
guys,
now.
there are games Dre couldn't play. You know, like, and this was the first one I think that I couldn't play, and that's I think was the beginning of me hating PC players. You
Yes,
know,
fuck you guys. So yeah, I got into it again. Like you had a PC growing up, but you couldn't even run this at the time. I never had a PC growing up, so I never experienced any of the Diablo games, even the third one that came out. I never got a chance to really play them. Um, I got the opportunity to play this, and I picked Sorcerer, and she's like a mage, and it was dope. It was fun, and I think my
what
favorite
system you
thing
played on, PC or
PC.
just
Yeah, I played
console?
on Steam, um, because I feel like it's such a point and click kind of game that I'm like, let me just see
After
how it
Diablo
feels.
3, I can't point and click with this anymore. I hope they have controller support because I ain't gonna be able to point and click
It
with
definitely
Diablo.
did because halfway through I'm like, I can't play like this, so I plugged up my controller and I was playing on controller the rest of the way. But I wanted to just start it off with mouse and keyboard. But yeah, I'm a console lover in the beginning, so like I
so
can't I can't.
you popped your Diablo cherry with this beta now. So what's your initial thoughts about it at first? As soon as you started playing, like what
I
were you
did this
thinking?
this dungeon that they're in actually in the gameplay. I did this dungeon, and I don't know, man. I think it's one of those things where like you grew up, like people who grew up with Diablo 2 is gonna love this. This is like going down memory lane and
You're
just being
gonna
like,
get it
yo, I
with
remember
better
this. I remember
graphics.
this. Yeah, it's better graphics. Was everything I love. Me playing it, I'm like, okay, where's the good shit? Okay, where's the good stuff? You know, and I played like an hour, and I'm totally know I gotta play more than that to get the full experience. But honestly, like I'm on the fence if I'm gonna buy this or not. Like,
Yeah,
if
I'm on the fence too because like I'm looking at the gameplay beforehand. Cause me and Mo were debating like, are we gonna do this or not? And I'm just like, nah, man, because like after playing Diablo 3, I don't know if I could go back to this because Diablo 3, of course, looks so much better than this, you know. So I'm like, and Diablo 4 is supposed to come out later this year or next
is the
year.
latest here? If it's
I,
latest here, I'm not buying this.
yeah, that's what I gotta double check on that. Could be wrong. If anybody's watching right now and knows if Diablo 4 is coming out this year, let me know. Because I know they already pushed back other shit, so it might not, especially with all the stuff that this is not Blizzard, right? This is Blizzard.
Hmm.
Yeah, so with everything Blizzard's going through, I don't know if they're gonna still release Diablo 4 unless they released Diablo 4 to shut everybody up and make
They
us not think
already
about.
delayed the Diablo mobile game because they
Yeah,
wanted to like give it some space. Like I enjoy it, but I definitely this is hitting the people who already played this game. This is going for those people because my thing is, and not to sound like a fucking like a kid, but like you kill people and you go through dungeons and you don't get anything good at the end of it. You know, I never play. I was playing
you
it. And I
didn't
was
get to
hoping for that
level up enough
next.
to. I think it's all about like the leveling up, your
I think
powers, how
this
they
game is
evolve.
good. Like maybe 3, 4, 5 hours in, and we start unlocking really good shit. In the beginning, it's very like basic. Unlock this. Unlock like he's doing right now. Unlock this, and it's like very like minimum in the beginning. And I just want that like instant gratification, and like I wasn't
Oh,
getting it with
nah,
this game.
Diablo is all about working towards that. You gotta work
No, but I
towards.
guess I'm so used to these other types of roguelike games where like you unlock things fast and like it keeps you coming back for more. Like I'm like Borderlands, like you kill
So if you're
something,
thinking of it as a
you do a
roguelike,
boss.
you ain't gonna like it
No,
because
not roguelike, but I mean just like I feel like these games now are a little more faster paced and
like even
just
looking at the
being
map as it pops up, I'm like, man, that map looks so outdated. You know, like it is. I
it
think,
has this charm to it though. I think when you
yeah.
play it and on the video, it has a charm. Like I never, when I was playing it, I was never complaining about the graphics. It looked good on my PC, and considering you just got a 4K monitor, it's gonna look good on your shit. Like that's one thing. The lighting effect, the graphics look dope. I think this video is not doing it justice, but it looks really good on your when you're actually playing it. So the graphics, it's more the gameplay. It's very just like this. You just you go into an enemy, you
And they let you play
shoot.
multiplayer, right? They have
I didn't
multiplayer
get a chance to
available.
play multiplayer, so maybe that's the hook of doing this with like you and Mo
Yeah.
and being able to like experience that. But like it was very alone, like very lonely too. Just like me going over in the dungeon by myself, killing things, and it was just very kind of boring, honestly.
Oh
Like
man.
it's just clicking. Look at him, he's just clicking.
Yeah, that's why I said I would have to play with controller because like looking at the whole clicking thing, I can't just be like,
Yeah, he's just
and
clicking. He's like click,
it's just
click,
gonna become mad
click,
repetitive. My fucking
click.
finger might become numb for I fucking
You
know.
need like an automatic clicker.
You know, yeah. So that's
So
it. Yeah,
what's
but
yeah? What was the
I,
next game you're talking about?
next game, because I saw on Game Pass told me you played it. It's 12 minutes.
Oh yeah,
Now, 12 minutes, man. Like I am enjoying the hell out of this game. I only have one complaint about it, but I'll talk about that last. But right now, I don't know how many times you've been through the loop at the moment. But for those who don't know, 12 minutes is a game. It's like, and it's only like a 2.5 gigabyte download too. This shit downloaded so fucking fast for me. So anybody want to play? If you have Game Pass, you go ahead and play it on your console or PC. I'm playing on PC right now because I didn't. It wasn't available on console at the same time it was on PC. So I downloaded it on PC first because it said it was going to be available yesterday. And then when the time I stayed up till 1 in the morning when the timer said it was going to be available, and then they changed the date to today, and then they added more hours to the fucking timer. I was so fucking tight. Talking about timers, the first thing they show you is the fucking clock. But this game it's like you're the premise of it is you go home, something happens. Like it's a big conspiracy. I guess all the shit happens within 12 minutes. You have 12 minutes basically to solve this ongoing mystery.
yeah,
I've had to restart about. I think I'm on my sixth redo right now, and plus,
really.
pro tip, something you guys might not know: if you leave your apartment beforehand, you'll restart the day without something happening to you later on, which will automatically make you restart the moment of the day. But every time I go through this thing, and I'm trying to say this with the least amount of spoils as possible, it's like I find something new. Like, and it's just like the frustration now is how to present this evidence to my wife. Like when I'm holding it and I click on it, no, he says no. But I'm just like, but if you tell her, like, there's this one thing, let's say, I'm not going to tell you guys where it is. There's a cell phone lying around. Found the cell phone, you go through the messages. I would think when we reset it and you're trying to convince your wife about what's going on, you would say, "Go in your cell phone, and I'll tell you all the text messages that are sitting there right now if you scroll." But there's no option for that. Like that's one thing that frustrated me because there's little things, and then there's one thing that you could do that's obvious from the get go, and they make you wait for it to happen in order for, and that wastes like 2 minutes, like where you could be getting things done. There's a test run I'm about to try the next time I play with something that I found in my medicine cabinet that I'm gonna do and see if it has a different outcome. And also some way I think I could trick this guy that comes to the house
Gotta
and
be so vague.
I know, like, and make him do something that he doesn't want to do. But yeah, this game has been phenomenal for like the amount of trailers we've got and the teasers we've got for this game and the amount of hiding they've had to do because like how much of
Such
this
a
game can you
story-based
really
game, yeah.
show without like ruining anything, which is why the video was shown as like the first 12 minutes, and I don't want anybody to feel like they're going to get anything ruined because you're not hearing anything, so you don't hear the conversation, you don't
It's
know.
literally like the first like 15
Yeah,
minutes of the
this is
game.
like by the time you go through this whole sequence, you're gonna die. Like you're gonna die. There's no way you're gonna be
So
able to stop it.
you're way farther than me. Between the trailers, you know who's knocking on the door. You've seen the trailers. You know what's going on. So I already picked up. So before my first interaction, I pick up the knife, knowing someone's gonna knock on the door. And then he knocks on the door. He puts your wife in handcuffs. And she's like, "What the fuck?" So then I go to the cop and I try stabbing him, and he punched the shit out of me. And then it
And it
resets.
ended.
Yeah,
Yep,
it just
and that's
ended.
that's the first thing that happened to me because he put me in cuffs and
Oh,
I
he put
kept
you in
getting up.
cuffs.
And he's like, "Yeah, there's different things you could do where you get put into cuffs first, or she gets put into
She
cuffs
did.
first. Depending on what my first playthrough, she got put into cuffs first. My second playthrough, he put me in cuffs first. And then but I'll tell you, everything happens for a reason in this game, and like sometimes you just gotta let things play out,
Okay.
see what happens,
I think
and
that's
then
a big hint right there you just put out.
yeah, sometimes you gotta let things play out and just see what happens and
Oh man, this
make your
trailer won't be showing
plan
too much then.
from there. Yeah, like I don't want it to show, so you can turn off the video. I don't want to ruin too much for people, but this game has been like as soon as we get off of this pod, like the
You want to
first
play
thing
it?
I'm doing is playing this game. I'm going right back to it because I have all these things running into my head.
It's
I
funny
need to test
enough.
my theories.
There's been actually I'm looking at the reviews for this and it hasn't been the best.
Mhm.
So I'm actually kind of surprised that you enjoy it so much.
Well, I think it's a thinking man's game. One thing, if I could guess, because I didn't watch the reviews yet because I didn't want it to ruin the fun. It's kind of like with Humankind is getting nothing but sevens right now, and I listened to one review, and it just like after listening to that review, I'm just like, first off, this is probably one playthrough you did because if I'm on turn 250, then there's no way you're going to be able to judge this game based on one gameplay thing because you're going to make different decisions every time you play this game. So how can you really tell people just how fun this game might be based on the decisions you made? So, like I said, it's their opinion. A
Yeah.
review is just that one person's opinion. So that's why I like to play stuff. But because of 12 minutes, I didn't even look at reviews yet. One, because I didn't want to ruin anything for myself, and two, I don't want putting anything negative in my head about the game. The one negative thing I have is like sometimes there's a fast forward thing. If you keep clicking, you can fast forward through conversations, but sometimes you might miss things when you fast forward because you don't know if he's going to say something different that he said the last time, and you don't know if she's going to say something different that she didn't say the last time. So there's that. Other than that, and I think I screwed myself because I took off subtitles. So maybe if you keep on subtitles, you can read what they're about to say and then fast forward it. I can't do that because I don't like subtitles unless I'm watching anime.
Oh man, I watch subtitles on everything.
Yeah, I can't. I hate subtitles. To me, it's taking up too much room on the screen. So I don't put it on unless they're speaking some other language. Like in Assassin's Creed, I keep on subtitles because I know there's gonna be parts where people are speaking another language, and I just need to know what they're saying. But in here, my wife is like a detriment. Sometimes I feel like she's kind
Your
of dumb.
wife in real life?
No, in the game. I'm just saying she's dumb. Like sometimes it's just like, yo, listen to me. Like,
Listen
please,
to your husband. You love me.
yo.
Listen to
I'm
me.
just like, yo, and like sometimes it's just like, yo,
No, Dre. To venture off a little bit, if this was happening to you, you were stuck in a loop.
yeah.
What would you say to your wife to convince her that you're living in a loop? Like that she would like, okay, you're
Well,
for reals.
I think she would know based on me telling her shit. This is what's about to happen next. In the real world, I think our women would believe us if we say, "Yo, this is about to happen," and it happens. Like, and if I'm
So
like,
you
"Let's
think your
leave,"
wife would believe you? Like someone's gonna call you in
yes,
5 seconds, and
I
then it
think
calls you
so.
5 seconds. She wouldn't be like, oh, that was just lucky.
Hey, if I could convince my wife that we have ghosts in the house, I think she'll believe that we're going through a fucking time loop. All right, like,
It's such a crazy thing. To I'm like, I don't think my wife would believe me. Honestly, I think she would think I'm just like fucking crazy. Because
oh
I already
man,
see ghosts and she don't believe me in that. So I'm like, yo, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, it's just another
I'm like,
Friday.
this woman saged the house like every week, like because of the shit we've been seeing. Like, we even, oh man, I don't even want to get off a topic, but I fucking recorded a spirit orb on my fucking front lawn camera. Like, we're like, yo, look, spirit orb right there.
Post
Like,
out Gamerish Network. Come
yo,
on.
got it on the fucking camera, son. But that's another topic for another day. Maybe new future series, Andre's ghost stories.
October's coming up, man.
I know, right? Fucking ghost stories, shit. But yeah, but sometimes I just wish my wife in the game would shut the fuck up. Like, I wish she just listen and stop talking. Because if she stopped talking so much, we would have more time to get shit done. Which
Yeah.
is what's going to lead me to do something that in real life would be bad. But in the game, it might actually help me. So I'm going to test this theory out when we're done today and see if it works. And like, I guess maybe next week's podcast I'll talk about it again, like what happened, and if hopefully I'm able to finish it by next week and see. I don't know if this game has multiple endings or if
I
it's
feel like
just
it
one.
would.
It looks like a game that should have multiple endings, but like there's a lot of mystery going on right now. There's some shit that goes on that I'm trying to find out about, and when it comes down to it, my wife shuts the fuck up. But when I'm not talking about it, she keeps talking and rambling on about other shit. So yeah, guys, 12 minutes definitely something that you want to play. Crazy, missed you, man. I didn't think you was gonna show up today. Thanks for coming through.
What up,
Coming
crazy?
through. We were just
Um,
talking about the game 12 minutes, and we spoke about Diablo 2, and we spoke about Humankind. Just to catch you up.
all right, so then Dre's loving 12 minutes. I'm enjoying it too. I think the best part of this game is the fact that one, it's not we don't have to pay for it because shout out to Game Pass again. Please sponsor us. Two, it came out of nowhere, kind of. I know you was saying that
Yeah,
like you was
I had
expecting this
no
to come out
clue.
later.
Yep.
So the fact that it came out like 2 days, like because I was, the trailer came out and it's out already. So it's pretty dope that like we're able to play something like this. And the voice acting, how you feel about the voice acting? Willem
Oh,
Dafoe's in there.
yeah, I like the voice acting. Like everything feels so real, especially with this fucking sound bar that I fucking got now attached to my computer. Like when I get snuffed in the face, it's like, dude. I was like, yo, I got snuffed in the face. Like,
Yo,
you
I'm kind of
feel it.
excited that you're becoming a PC player.
Don't get too used to it. Just
Yo,
because
but you got
it's a
your
new setup, I
4K.
just have more space to myself, and it's like I could just like my wife could watch the TV, and I know everything on my Xbox. I could play on my damn PC, and it just like I got my controller set up here and everything. I even attached my Switch to the screen, so I could have switched between the PC and the Switch.
That's how it
And
starts, man. And then next thing you know, you're playing everything on your PC, man.
Yeah, man, I'm playing the Ascents off the PC right now. Like, I'm playing it. Oh, that's one game I didn't put on here. I forgot the name of it. I'll talk about it next week. It's this RPG D&D game that's on Game Pass for PC.
What was the
That
card?
damn, I'm not. That's why I got to leave it for next week
Okay.
because I'm fucking forgetting the name of it. But damn,
Well
I had a lot
then
of fun with it.
we'll move on to my game that I think
You actually playing this? Oh my god!
I've
It has
played
the game at the back
Law
of my
Murder
fucking mind. What a good.
Simulator.
Oh my
And yo, it's good when my wife sees me play and she's like, "Oh, can I play?" She literally took the control from me and started cutting grass.
Yo,
And
if
like,
only they did that in real life, right? Yo, cut the yo. Stop telling me to cut the grass. You go cut the goddamn grass,
yo,
yo.
and she like just stood there with the controller. She's like, she was just doing it. And she's like, of course, she drew a heart in the grass. But I'm like, yo, I take it. I take whatever you give
Yeah,
me.
whatever it
But
takes for them to get into it.
this game is like hitting everything that I didn't know I want.
The
It's just a
most
game where,
peaceful. It's funny
yo,
that you found peace in this game. That's me with like Train Simulator 2 right
yeah, that
now.
shit just came out. I was actually gonna download that after
Yeah.
this.
So yeah, you
And
know
I
tell
just
me about
like, yo, this game, music in the background, you don't need to listen to what they're saying. You just do like this thing. So the whole premise of this is like you're building up your own company, your own lawnmowing company, and you start off from zero, and you're trying to build an empire. So right now you're just cutting grass slowly by yourself, and you get employees, and you start making money. You start doing loans. You start buying better lawn
So do
machines.
some like fucking move faster than others? Some do better
Yeah.
cutting than others.
So it's definitely it's. I bought it on sale on Steam right now. It's like
Ooh, technical difficulties. Mm.
yeah. Hello.
We had technical difficulties right there. Did I freeze up on your screen?
No, I think that was me. So yeah, lawnmower is hitting the spot. I enjoy it. It's $25 on Steam. I would buy it if you like. I was actually, it's funny enough. I was thinking this is a game for like Michael. Shout out to Michael.
Mike, yeah,
Whatever.
Mike. I think
One of the
Mike would love.
admins on Facebook, our Facebook group. Shout out to our Facebook group right now. We have a tournament going on. We have a fantasy football going on. We can set that up. We have match going on. So definitely hit up our Facebook group, Gamerish Network, our Facebook group page. But yeah, I feel like because he's such a completist, like he wants to like collect everything. He wants to do everything in the game. He 100% the game. This is a game for him. I think that like that that sense of like doing everything you could do in the game. I think he will
Well,
enjoy this
tell
game.
me, do I have to rake after done after cutting
No,
over the lawn?
you cut the grass and you park the thing back into your truck and then you bounce. There's no
Damn, that's not a
raking or anything
bad.
like
Damn, how
that.
much you getting paid to do that? Cause I would do that if I don't have to clean up
Yo,
after
I
the
was telling my wife, I'm like, yo, I like cutting the grass. I don't like cutting the grass in the sun when it's fucking hot. But I cut the grass if I have a little machine just fucking right around in. That'd be easy
Yeah.
for me.
Well, I wish if I could just get my dad's like, do not bring one of those home. Like for real, my dad is stopped because you know me, I'm a lazy motherfucker, and I always choose the easiest way out of any situation, even if it costs me money. Like I'm gonna spend the fucking money. Like for my kid's birthday party that just passed, my twins just turned 6 people, and it just like I could have went outside and cut the grass myself. Nah, I just paid these guys to come and cut the grass for me. Like I'm not. I don't feel like cutting the grass. If I have enough money in the bank to go pay somebody to do this shit, go
Then you don't
ahead.
need to
Come,
do it.
come do
Yeah.
this shit. I ain't doing this shit, man. I'll fuck it. I'll pass everything, man. So I'm glad to hear that you have fun. How do you grow in the game though? Like,
So
it's
you
like
got to do. So it's a map, and you got to do jobs, and each job you get paid, and the more you get paid, you could buy better,
thanks, Kim.
better equipment, and then you do and you get better jobs. So it's like a business. So you like start off small, doing jobs here or there, and then the more money you make, the better equipment you could buy, better jobs you could get, and pretty much you have like an empire. What up, Kim Tastic? So yeah, Dre, what's the next game you playing so I can show it up?
Oh, nice game. What I was going to talk about was the Black Panther content from Marvel Avengers. So that surprised me. I didn't even know that shit was coming out this week. It was a nice surprise to have some. Because I just finished doing the Hawkeye DLC finally earlier this week. And then a day after I finished it, I find out the Black Panther content came out. So I'm like, why does Avengers have an update? And it's a good update because they updated a lot of stuff. They updated the way you upgrade your stuff, updated the difficulty. It's a lot. I just need people to play with it when I'm doing the end
What
game
system you
shit.
have it on?
Or PS4, well
I have it on
PS5 now.
Xbox.
Yeah, so I'm on at PS5 with it. So like the Black Panther content is kind of tough. Like this is the toughest DLC in the fucking game. Like I feel like finally we're not there fighting robots all the time because I've been bitching about fighting robots and Square being too scared to tell Disney, hey, we want to go beyond this kitty shit,
Yeah.
and just fighting robots. Like, but so now we got real human beings. I haven't fought. I think only fought one machine so far in the first hour of it, and it's like it's tough. Like it's fucking tough. So like Wakanda gets attacked, and then the Avengers come out of nowhere. So that's how they get involved. But these stories, this DLC, is all one player stuff. After you're done it, then all the end game stuff comes, and you get to hear this and that and the third. But it's been good. Like I don't have too much to say about it, except for you get more costumes. Like I was
When
surprised.
you was playing, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was surprised that Square Enix is actually referring to this game as an MMO. Like they really refer to it as an MMO, and I'm just like, well, the MMOs, I don't pick levels. I don't like have to keep exiting out and going through menus and shit like
Yeah.
that, But they refer to it as MMO, and I guess in a way it has MMO qualities, but this is not an MMO. This is like
Because you're not playing as your own character. You're playing as Black Panther.
yeah,
So
you play, but you can change up after you meet the Avengers. And all the DLCs before, you used to have to stay on the character that the DLC is for, but now they allow you to switch. And
So I was
but
gonna ask you when you was playing online, can there be multiple Black Panthers or
no, no,
is
no.
only two one person?
When you get to the end game content, yes, now they created a story in which there's different timelines, and now everybody before you couldn't pick the same character, but now people could have the same character because if you have a different character, then they're gonna say you're from a different timeline, Black Panther, blah blah blah. So now, yeah, you can mix it, and they did a whole cutscene about it where there's a warp in the universe, and now two different Thors could be in the same world and shit like that. So now, yeah, now you could pick the same character and all, and they'll just write it off as this is a Black Panther from another universe. You
And this is
know,
a free DLC, right?
yeah, all of their DLC is free. Never had to pay
Nice.
for anything. The only thing I'm tempted to buy, of course, is more credits. 'Cause I did it when it first came out, and like, 'cause they got all these costumes. Like, look at these costumes he's wearing, and it's like I want to have all the nice costumes when I'm playing online. I don't like having the regular costumes, so I want to buy all these costumes. And like, they put new costumes out every week. And then when you're going through the costumes, you see all the costumes. Like everyone has like fucking 20 costumes now. I'm just like, God, but I need to put more money into the game. And I'm just like, I'm trying not to, but it's me. I think eventually I'm gonna put at least $20 in and get at least two new costumes per character and shit. But the game's been good, man. It's definitely had a resurgence in my book. Just re-downloaded it. I want to finish all of this, see how all the end game content has gone, what it's become since the last time that I played it. And yeah, man, I wish you was on. I wish it had cross plays so we could fucking play
Yeah,
again,
I'm
man.
surprised that's not like a thing.
So but yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Like, just check out that Black Panther content if you're playing Marvel Avengers. Plus, I hope a lot of people jumped into it during the free play weekend last week. Like on every console, you could have played it for free, and I saw they had a resurgence of people in the game. Not crazy. I was saying it was my twins' birthday last week, so I had a birthday party for them on Saturday. But thanks for the birthday wishes. I'll let them know. You know. What else you been playing? You got anything else?
Diablo, Larmor. Oh, we can talk about Warzone. They had a new
Oh
event
yes, the
today.
Vanguard event. I played that.
The
Yo, first off, I said let me get on my PlayStation like at 1 o'clock today. They said it's gonna start at 1:30. They had the whole timer there and everything. So I'm playing, just going through it, and I'm playing 12 minutes at the same time because I thought it was gonna be like a live event where you're just sitting there playing Warzone and like Fortnite, some shit just hits the ground or some shit. But then after I died, there's like, oh, now you got to load into the Vanguard event, and that was the only thing available. So I was like, okay, good. So they streamlined it even better, so I don't miss anything. I had to leave my house, so my wife was getting pissed because we had to go out, and I'm here like I'm like, well, I'm not leaving because I got to talk about this on the podcast tonight. I got to finish this whole shit. But it was a cool event that led up to the trailer of Vanguard, of course, where we had to go and attack the train, which took some time and like chasing it down. I had some moments where I had to like I lost the train, like I had to put on my socks, and so the train got away from me, and I like had to find an ATV and catch up to everybody and shit. Like it was fun and that yo,
I
but
liked. I enjoyed it. It wasn't better than the last event, which was announcing the new Black Ops. I liked it. I like the whole idea of like working together to blow this train up. So you have an armored train coming,
yeah,
and you have to take
it's
parts of
refreshing
it.
not to kill each other for once.
That's what I'm saying. Like I enjoy that part.
Oh man, I lost Freddy again. I don't know if everybody can see me or if y'all watching Freddy. We lost connection. I apologize. Uh, And we're back at it. So last thing I heard you say was where you go.
There you go. I'm back. Yeah. So the thing I was saying is that the Halloween event was very. Do you remember the Halloween event? It was
Yeah,
like
I
the
didn't play it
ghost.
because that's when I wasn't into Warzone like that. Like I just
Yeah,
started getting back into like Warzone and shit. I had no space on my console to fit it, but now I do, so that's why I could play it now. But
yeah. So the Halloween event was dope. It was very special because they had like chests when you open it up. They had like little scares to it. So it was like you open it up, and it was like a sound
something
effect
would
that would.
jump out on you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that was pretty dope. That was probably like the highlight of Warzone for me. This event was dope, but it was just very
It
like
was like a 20
that.
minute event and that was it. And
Yeah.
then like they wouldn't let you go back to play Warzone until like a certain time. You just had to play the event over and over again.
What did you think of the actual trailer for Vanguard?
It was okay. Not enough gameplay for me. Like I saw like I think they showed off more of the story more than they
Yeah.
showed up the multiplayer, of course, which I'm a story guy. So of course, like I tell people all the time, I play Call of Duty for story, I play Battlefield for multiplayer. You know, only recently like I started getting into like I have a addiction to battle passes. So whenever a game fucking shows me a battle pass, whether I'm gonna play it for months or not, I purchase it. And I'm just like, so Call of Duty gets me in the loop because of the fucking battle pass. It works. It works for people like me. I religiously buy the battle pass for Fortnite all the time. I have the monthly pass. I buy it for fucking Dauntless, and I only play Dauntless like once a month now, and I still buy the fucking battle pass. Like
Wow.
I just think of it as another beer. Like I was like, if I'm going to the bar today, I would spend $10 on a fucking drink. So why can't I spend it on a fucking battle pass, right? So
True.
that's how I think about it, and I just buy every fucking battle pass known to fucking man on every fucking video game. Like, but it was a good event. I liked how it ended. You know, my team was mad at me because I stopped and I was like changing my clothes and stuff, and they're like, "Where are you?" They're scoring us, and it's like, "There's a
Yeah,
fucking event." Like,
I
love
actually
it.
played the event 3 times to get
Word.
the max reward.
I didn't
So I
even
guess
know
I
you
was
could get a max reward. What was the fucking max reward?
it was nothing special. It was like a calling card, but I just wanted to get it because I'm just that type of guy. So yeah, I played that last. Um, about you, Dre? Anything else after that?
Last game on my list, Splitgate. Now,
Yes, you're late to the party on this.
yo, no, well, I seen it around, but I just started this week, and I am like killing it, man. Like
Yo,
this
I
is
swear. Go ahead.
yo, Halo fans will love this
It's
fucking
Halo.
game. It's basically Halo dumbed down. Like it's like, and then when you dumb down Halo, those of us who've been playing Halo since the beginning are gonna be like, you guys suck.
Yo,
Like,
I swear I was because shout out to Michael again. He put a post up recently
yeah.
about it, and he's like, "Yo, I'm a beast in Splitgate,
No, that
and
was me. I
Splitgate."
said I'm
Oh,
a
that was
beast,
you.
but he
I'm like,
said,
"Yo, I'm a beast too," and I'm like, "Yo, I swear to God, I thought I was playing against bots." I'm
yeah,
like, "There's
no, the
no way
beginning
that these
with this
people
was
are
bots at the beginning. At the beginning,
okay." I'm like, "Yo, they fucking suck," and this is no
yeah,
way there's actually people. But like, I kept playing, and I think I played like 5 matches, and I lost one match. But even the match I lost, I was on top. It just
yeah.
feels too easy, and I know it's people just
Yeah,
beginning
you
to
got to
play the
go into the
game.
rank games, and
I'm not
then it's
doing
like,
rank. I don't give a shit about rank.
nah. But in the rank games, they got more skilled people. Even though I've still been killing it, but in the rank games, you get more and more people to deal with, man. And that's why I feel better because me and Mo was playing like till 2 in the morning, and I'm just like, yo, man,
What
Mo's
system are you
like,
playing on?
so, right now on PlayStation, 'cause Mo only got PlayStation, so we only playing on that. But I could download it on Xbox also if
I
I
was
want.
saying on Xbox, they're giving out free bundles and shit. So that might be the game where that might be where I'm playing primarily, just because if I get free shit, I'm gonna play on that. How do
And
you
all
feel
the
about the
other
whole?
is cosmetics. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's the point, motherfucker. How do you feel about the porter system? Are you using it, or are you just
I
playing?
use it. I realize a bunch of people don't use it. Like they said, that was the main complaint is that the portal system is supposed to be the main key, like the draw to this game, and people don't use the portals. Like I'm here, like we're playing like the oddball. It's not called oddball in the game, but we know that it's oddball for people that play Halo, where you got to
Yeah,
carry the skull and shit like that. But so I'm using the portal to my advantage, and I'm like telling Mo, I'm like, yo, sitting here by this hole in the portal, I'm gonna keep running through. Anybody that comes, shoot them. That's how you're gonna win. But then like I'm noticing when the other team gets the portal, they're like jumping left and right on the board. Like, why not make a portal here and make a loop for yourself? And what I would do as soon as they figure out my loop, I close the portal. I'll tell Mo, yo, go over here. Like I'm not doing, just follow me, and I'm just gonna make another two portals and just keep going through those two things. Like, but people aren't thinking like that. People are just like, it's a world full of Call of Duty fans. Like, and it's just run and gun, run and gun. Whenever there's strategy, it's just like I can't think past running and gunning. Like it's like this game is for like the battlefield people who like to
yo, I
think.
was gonna say I can't wait for Battlefield when all these
Yeah,
motherfuckers who've been playing Warzone the last 3 4 years,
yeah,
they're gonna be in a surprise. They're gonna be in for a surprise because that shit plays differently.
for real,
So
yo. Like, but I'm loving Splitgate right now. Like, I play it as a pastime game whenever I'm like, all right, I'm nice right now. Don't want to go and play anything else.
be
Like,
too hard, try
yeah,
too hard. Yeah,
yeah. It's like I just play it because I know I don't care. I'm not gonna buy the battle pass for Splitgate. And one thing about it is that they make like the experience points. They kill you with those in order to get shit in that game. Like even no matter how much on top I am, like they give me like not enough experience at the end of each match. I feel like I'm like, yo, motherfuckers, I had 31 kills. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, I had 31 kills. I did better than the other team and my team. So why the fuck can't I get more experience points than this? But other than that, they got to work on that so I can get better cosmetics. But good game. If you're a Halo fan, this is the game to get. If you loved Halo, but in the
Yo,
past
it's
you
free to
played, but
play,
yeah, it's
and
free
I
to
think one of
play.
the stories came out that like it was an open. It's an open beta right now, and they're planning on just leaving it open until it fully releases
It's
because
they're
it's
planning
been
on making it
so
like
popular.
Fortnite, call it a beta for 3 years and
Yeah.
keep updating it, and then as soon as they get enough money, say, okay, now we're releasing the full game.
But the story behind this game, I can support. It's a smart team.
Hmm.
They eventually released it only on PC, and it wasn't that popular. It's
Yeah.
when it released to console, that's when it popped off. So you know what? I don't hate it. Do your thing, bro. Make your
Uh,
money, and that's the whole point. You know.
yep. No, no hate at all. It's a good game. I'm enjoying it. I'm glad I downloaded it. Definitely not just taking up space on my hard drive. If you guys haven't played Splitgate, try it out. Try it.
It's
I don't know
literally
if it's
on
on
every
Switch. I'm
system.
sorry, Kim. I don't know if it's on Switch. You know.
True.
Yeah. We gotta get Kim on that PC game, right? Kim, get a PC so you can start playing or
All right.
play.
So you want to go to game
Uh,
news, or you want to keep it?
yeah, yo. So let's transition into the gaming and entertainment news now. Let's do that. We spent a whole hour talking about games. I like that, man. It wasn't talking about games like that. But first thing, I wish Felice was here because I feel like this was going to be her topic. Was that Rainbow Six Siege got its first trans character, called Osa. Is a girl. They didn't even really announce it until people read the biography, and they saw that they said that the character was trans in there, and then they made a thing about it. Well, Kim, if you got a PC, it's time for you to stop hopping into Game Pass. Go and get that subscription, and start downloading games. Go on Steam and get Splitgate. You can play with us. Hit us up. You got our numbers. It ain't never changed. Our numbers ain't never changed, Kim. Now,
Yeah,
come to New
Cam.
York. Hurry up. Come back to New York so I can get you drunk. Uh, but that's beside the point right now. But yeah, so I just want to shout out Rainbow Six Team, Ubisoft for adding their first trans character out there in the game. I know we already had the LBGTQ character on Flores in the game, so this is just an addition to that. And I like it that they didn't make like a big deal about it. They didn't say nothing about it. They just waited for us to figure it out ourselves, and then they commented about it, like so no one could be like, oh, you guys are pushing this on us and all that shit. Like, no one could say that because they didn't push nothing on us. They made a character, put it out there, and we made the character popular. So it's coming with the next shit. Um, I don't know. You had any news, or I got all everything written down already, right? Because I
You
ain't
got
want
everything,
to.
man.
All right. So, guys, once again, we are here to announce that the Elder Scrolls Skyrim will have yet another version since Xbox 360. Like, we're
What
about
do
to
you mean?
get
There's gonna be another release of it?
another release of Skyrim. And it's not going to be just a regular thing. This is going to be two versions of Skyrim we getting. And it is the Elder Scrolls 6 Skyrim, that special edition, which is just good. It's going to come, which is going to be a free upgrade for those of us on the Game Pass. And it's going to come with 3 of the creation tool sets. That's going to have a survival mode, add fishing to the game, and some new quests from their DLC called Saints and Seducers, which is, oh man, I could go so many places with that. Like, but I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a hot coffee mod in Skyrim. So I don't know what they're going to do with that. I never played any of that content, so good for me. But if you want to pay for updated anniversary edition, you're going to get all of that plus 500 pieces of unique content from their creation mode, which is going to come with a bunch of new quests, a bunch of new spells to use, and a bunch of other DLC that was in the creation tool. I guess these are like user mods, is what I'm thinking. That
Yeah, I was thinking,
people
what
are,
is this?
yeah, they have to be user mods that they're putting. Cause, like in our old game, we could play with the user mods. So this is going to have more to it. So 500 things. I don't know how much extra this is going to cost. Well, look, we're about to start playing Skyrim. Because I'll play it again just to see what it's like. This survivor mode. I'm intrigued by this survivor mode. So I want to play that and see what that's about and read up on it or anything. But that's coming. That's gonna be a part of the free upgrade if you got Game Pass. So I'm not buying this shit again. I'm not buying the anniversary edition.
How many times have you actually bought this game again?
I bought the game 4 times. Like I'm not buying it again. Like this is it. I'm not spending no more money on Elder
Oh,
Scrolls.
it's me again. I can't
You
hear you.
can't hear me? Okay, technical difficulties. You know. What about now? Hear me now? Hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, I hear you. Nothing. No, don't hear you now. Nothing. 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 Testing. Testing. One, two, three.
There you
Testing.
go.
There
One,
we
two,
go.
1, 2, 3.
And,
I have to apologize. We've been it's been a while. My whole system's all fucked up. Yeah. So, what did you say, Drake? Sorry, I
no,
didn't hear you.
well, I'm saying I'm not paying for this shit again. I've been playing. I bought the when it first came out. I remember going to Best Buy in Union Square after school. I think we were still in school when the first fucking game came out. Skyrim came out while I was still in high school. What the fuck, yo? And we're still playing it.
Playing it now.
So
It's crazy.
now we're still getting new versions instead of just giving us our next Elder Scrolls fucking game. And
You know what's funny? I've actually never beat Skyrim.
me either. That's crazy. That's why I keep. I think that's in the back of my head. That's why I keep buying it because I'm like, now there's new stuff. I still never finish the main story. I always get caught up in the
And the
side
side
quests,
missions. That's
and
to
it's
me
just
too.
like,
I have a shitload of hours in Skyrim. I just never beat the main quest because I just got so caught up in everything else.
and I'm
So
and Elder Scrolls Online now scratches my itch, and and I'm trying to finish all the storylines and all the DLC in that right now. So and like I paid a monthly membership for that, even though I don't need to, but I got it, and I'm
I was
about to
gonna
get
say,
back to Final Fantasy
it's a little
14.
bit of a news. It's late. It's old news, but New World got delayed,
Yeah,
so they
yeah,
had
for
a
another month. I'm pissed off.
yeah
So to come out at the end of this month, and then they delayed it to
September.
September, and I'm
Yeah.
pissed because I put in so many hours in that fucking game. But I swear to God, the updates to this game better be on something. They better be
Well, they're
updated.
hiring new
Like,
people, and it seems like they're really learning from,
yeah,
the beta, which is nice.
they're learning, but I better it better be some significant shit. Like my update better be significant because I'm willing to pay a monthly fee for that game if they're willing to make that game as good as could be. Because I'm loving that game, and I downloaded World of Warcraft to try and see what the big hype about it was, and I get it's too behind, far behind in this time now. Like I can't get into World of Warcraft anymore. Well, it was fun for a little bit, and then I'm just like I'm at the beginning. There's nobody here. I'm like the only person in this part of the world, because everybody's like four
Just past it.
DLC contents ahead of me, and so like it didn't feel like an MMO because I was alone in the fucking world, So that wasn't fun. At
I
least in
feel you
Elder
on that. I think that's the problem with me too. When I try to jump into WoW, was that like everybody's so far ahead of you, you feel like you're catching up to the party, and you're never like
Yeah,
catching up
you'll
to them.
never be up there with them. That's how I feel like newcomers to Elder Scrolls. And at least that's why every time someone new tells me I'm getting Elder Scrolls, I create a new character to play with them. Even though I can use my CP points to make me stronger, which helps them at the end because now I can help you get through quests faster because my character can just two-hit kill these motherfuckers now. But
That's
yeah,
why I'm looking forward to this new world because everybody's gonna be on like the same level, and I could like be part of it instead of like showing up like 3 years later.
yeah, I'll be on that shit day one. I already bought it, so I have to
Me
play
too.
it. So I can't. Hopefully, the multiplayer function works better, which we could connect with each other because we couldn't before during the beta. Hopefully, we get on that. And anybody else like Kim, get on your damn PC, get the new world, enter
See
the
what's up.
age of
Yeah,
MMOs, yo. Enter the age of MMOs.
for sure.
With that said, yo, this will be another one Felice will be hyped about. Dead by Daylight is getting Pinhead added to the game. So he's gonna be another bad guy, another infamous bad guy. I think after him, they're probably gonna drop Candyman. Candyman is probably gonna be there at some point in time. We've had Jason. I think we had Freddy Krueger.
Scream,
We had the
the guy from
Scream guy.
Scream,
Yeah,
Freddy Krueger.
yeah. So
We
like,
had Stranger Things. We had
yeah, Stranger
all
Things is
types
about
of
to
shit.
leave, so I guess they gotta spend too much money on having that content on there, which is
Which I'm
crazy.
surprised.
Like,
Yeah.
was that free then? Because like, I would think that if people paid for that Stranger Things content,
So
then
you keep the
yeah,
characters and stuff. I saw an article. You keep the characters and
okay,
stuff, but the map is they're gonna lose the map. But
okay.
if you pay for something like the skin or the bad guy, you're gonna keep that. But the map is gonna go away. So if I don't know if that's in effect right now. So if you want to get that, buy it now before you lose it.
Mhm. And other things talk about probably losing it, but Alan Wake. We brought this up last week where you said you want an Alan Wake sequel, and that and last week people brought up Sly Cooper, which I wanted to
I
die.
bought Sly Cooper
But
too.
yeah, Sly Cooper and Alan Wake are rumors that their sequels are now in development. Right after we spoke about it, spoke it into existence. Even though I don't give a shit about Sly Cooper, I'll love another Alan Wake. But fuck a Sly Cooper. That franchise should die. I don't care about Sly Cooper,
It's not
but
the worst franchise to keep
a
going.
lot of people loved it. Like I see people in our comments section loving the game. I didn't want to burst their bubble. I wanted to say something so bad, like yo, fuck this game. Like this game ain't shit. Like
There's worse games that keep going on. Why you hating on this game?
like what? What game is that
Final
bad?
Fantasy 7?
Final Fantasy. What are you so yo, stop your yo, I wish everybody on Gamerish was here to fucking listen to your blasphemy right now. There's no way Final Fantasy is a worse game than Sly Cooper. No
No, I'm
Final
saying
Fantasy
is
is
that we've
bad.
played that game 100 fucking times. We need to keep playing it.
That's why you need to finish the remake and the original because they're not the same.
I
They're
got
not
no
the
time
same.
for that shit. That's what I'm trying to tell
Yeah.
people.
You could go on the original one and put on God mode and one hit kill everybody right now on Game Pass. One hit kills. So you
Sorry,
got.
you broke up. I didn't hear that part.
I said you could play,
I
get
played with.
one hit kills on the damn Game Pass. No, matter of fact, you can't because now they took Final Fantasy VII off of Game Pass. I think it left.
I have bought it already on PS4.
Oh, so then use your cheats. I use cheats. I'm playing Final Fantasy
Up, up,
8 with
down,
the
down,
cheats.
left, right, A
You
B
know,
A B.
like I'm doing one hit kills on Final Fantasy 8 right now, and just enjoying the story. That's all I'm playing for. But other than that, like the last piece of gaming news before I can go into entertainment stuff is that the data miner, Speclizer, data mined The Last of Us 2 apparently, and we saw that with the standalone DLC multiplayer mode we're supposed to be getting, we're gonna be getting a battle royal mode type game with Last of Us. Now, what do you think about that? Because I don't think it's gonna be no 100 player. When it comes to The Last of Us, there's no way they're gonna fuck it up by making it a 100 player battle royal mode. I think the most would be 12 people, maybe some zombie things around the board,
It's
and we
interesting.
and we're sneaking around to kill each other.
I think it has potential, but the problem with these type of games is that it gets corny really fast. Whenever like a certain system works,
If it's
everybody
not
just
done
does
right.
it.
If it's not done
Yeah, like Warzone right now, there's a new perk in Warzone where like you get to see, if you shoot somebody, you get to see them behind cover, and everybody's using it, and it's fucking corny as fuck. So my
right. I haven't run into that yet.
hesitation for Last of Us is like, this game is very like, I mean, the single player game at least is, slow pace, building things up, being sneaky, killing people, and trying to get to the next section. So like, how do you do that in a multiplayer game?
Well,
When
in the first multiplayer, a lot of people loved it. The first multiplayer was good in PS3, PS4
Yeah,
game.
but it's an open world game. If it was like a
Yeah.
multiplayer game, that'd be different.
No, no, I'm talking about the multiplayer. You never played the multiplayer in Last of
No, I
Us?
played it, but I'm saying, but a multiplayer and open world is two different things. An
Yeah,
open
like
world,
that's why I
like
said they would have to make it a
battle
small
royale, is
area, like say the town that you start off with at the beginning of the game when you're walking with the horse and your girlfriend. Like I think they could do it in that town and like make it 12 players. You have a bunch of the fucking diseased people walking around the place, so you have to take care of them at the same time as going around and trying to kill other people. I think that would be a good idea, like a 12-player battle royal, last one standing wins. Maybe 24 people and open it up a little bit, but at least if you're gonna make a small map, start it at 12 players.
yeah. I think. I mean, honestly, I'll be open for it. Do you think it's a game that's like attached to the actual game, or is it like a standalone game
No, they said
separate?
it's gonna be standalone. It's gonna be a free download, and
So
free
yeah,
always solves everything. And then we'll probably get skins like Last of Us One Ellie, Last of Us One Joel, and Broken Up Joel. Hey, we may even get Back to the Face Joel. Like for all we know with that shit. But yeah, like
I
I
mean,
think
I'm down for it. I'm To be honest with you, when Battlefield comes out, I'm probably only gonna be playing that for a minute.
I feel like I don't even give a shit about multiplayer games, but when Battlefield comes out, like I've never been so hyped about a multiplayer game in so long. Like when Battlefield comes out, like I'm ready. So I'm ready to stream that shit with you. Like I'm down, son. But you're gonna be on PC. That's the thing. But and
So I think I gotta figure it out.
I'm gonna be on probably PS5 so Mo could play with me. So I'm probably gonna have it on
Yeah, I'm
PS5.
not buying a PS5. I'm probably gonna get an
But if it's
Xbox.
on Game Pass through EA Play eventually, then I'll be able to play on PC. I'll actually downloaded Battlefield 5 right now to play on my PC through Game Pass. Like, so I got that downloaded and I'll probably play that when I'm done being obsessed with 12 minutes. You know, but that's it I got for game news, guys. The last I only had one thing like in the entertainment world, and it just dropped. And it has to do with us getting the Battlefield
October.
is October. What is it? Is it 20? Is it
It
28th?
was like 23rd or something like that.
Yeah, October 22nd. October 22nd, I believe. Towards the end of the month. So get on that, Kim. You got like 2 months to step your game up in the console wars or the PC game, and you could join us on that. But Riri Williams, aka Ironheart, will be a part of Black Panther 2. We're gonna get introduced to her in Black Panther 2 before her TV show comes out on Disney Plus, which is good to hear that she'll be in a movie first. 'Cause I thought they was gonna put her in the show and then a movie, but good she's gonna get to be in that. I think that'll be perfect with the way that Black Panther has all that technology. Tony Stark ain't around. What I'm curious is to see is like how they incorporate her because Tony Stark did train her to be Ironheart. So with Tony Stark not being there, it's like is this something on the side that he did? Like, is this gonna be some secret story? They're gonna be like flashback to the past. It's Tony Stark here training her and teaching her and all that shit. So yeah, Ironheart will be in Black Panther 2. That was like the only major news we got.
Well, we
So,
could talk about what if the first two
what
episodes
if?
popped off.
Yes, yes. So, yes, yes. Kim, just get it on PC if you don't got a PS5 or Series X. Just get it on PC. But yeah, what if, man? First episode was about if Peggy Carter became Captain
Captain
America.
Carter.
That was a very entertaining episode. That was a great way to start it off. I think they did great with that. I have no quarrels about that. I don't know if you have much to say. I don't have much to say about it, other
I
than
didn't. I don't know. I didn't. How did you like the ending with him? I was hoping that what would happen was that Captain America would be Winter Soldier. I was
uh,
hoping it would go down that route where like she's Captain America, Captain
they turned
Carter,
him into Iron
and
Man.
then turn him into Captain. What the fuck? I just had it in my head. It just popped out.
He was
Winter
like,
Soldier. That
uh,
would have been dope. Like imagine like because in Captain America, he gets confused when he sees a Bucky for the first time. So imagine her seeing him for the first time, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And that would have been dope. But no, they did the whole Iron Man. I didn't like that. I'm like, he shouldn't be Iron Man. He should be Winter Soldier. Like he fell off from the train, and then
but
he
then who
becomes
would
the
Bucky
next
become though? That's the thing.
Becky. Who gives a fuck about Becky? Becky's only appointed
I like
because
it. Bucky is a huge part of the Captain
no,
America
he's
lore.
not. No,
We
the
need Bucky.
not more than her.
You
Because
know,
Captain America is
we
only
barely
the
hear
reason
about
he goes
Peggy
back in
Carter
time and stays in the
in the
past is
Captain
because of
America
her.
lore.
He
Like
never
Peggy
goes back
Carter
in.
is like if Peggy
He
Carter
literally
never
goes back
showed
in
up
time to
in
marry her.
Agents of
And
Shield, a bunch of people would never know
no,
who the fuck Peggy Carter
no.
was if
My
she was
point is
never
that
in.
like it would have been more apparent if she would have, if he would have been with the soldier, and to like have that revelation, that insight of the person she fell in love with is the guy who's trying to kill her. You know that would have been crazy. But
Well,
yeah,
yeah, I like the way it went through and the way they
I
made it
do.
go to the
I think
future
it
and
was too
everything like
safe.
that. You know, like it was sweet. Like this story that we got this week with T'Challa becoming fucking wait fucking Star Lord.
Star Lord, yeah.
You know, he was picked up and starred. That was a good one too. But I have to admit that I was at the in-laws' house watching that episode, so I couldn't hear most of it because they were all talking loud. You know, that's the most I'll say about that. You know, they were all talking loud and stuff. But yeah, you had Thanos up in there. You had like
That was pretty dope, yeah.
more. It looked like a good episode. I didn't get to hear everything that was said, but I kind of understood the gist of what happened while I was watching it. I did get to hear the beginning, the first 15 minutes, and the last like 5 minutes, and all this show. I don't want to do too many spoilers, but I like the way they mixed in all those characters and then showed Thanos in a different light. Like when you think about the snap at the part where they're like, "Isn't that genocide?" It's like, no, it's random. You know, like so, and like it kind of like made up for like him being so damn evil and shit. They turned Thanos into like a bad guy if you flip the coin and he went another route in life and shit like that. You know,
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I
but
enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to more episodes, which I kind of wish that they just drop them all at the same time. I don't like this whole every week thing. I'm
they
so used
do
to
this so people
Netflix.
can't do the free trial of Disney Plus for a week and then see everything and then because they know everybody could binge watch anything nowadays.
For
You
sure.
know, so that's why they ain't doing that. And making sure you pay for that fucking Disney Plus, yo. Disney know how to keep making their money, keep cashing them checks.
Yeah, so I think that's everything, or what?
Yeah, man, that's all the news I had this week. Ain't nothing else really big happened. I saw the new Eternals trailer, but I don't know enough about the Eternals to really talk about them, so I wasn't gonna bring them up. But their trailer looked good. It came out yesterday. I dropped it on the Gamerish Facebook page. For those who haven't seen it yet, well, of course you can look it up on YouTube. But thanks for everybody that tuned in today. Next time we're on there, it's probably just gonna be me and Felice. Mad King will be out for probably the next 2 weeks, so Miss Felice Cat shall be returning next week, and it'll be me and her. Please follow us, like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Please subscribe to us if you're watching us on Twitch. Follow our Gamerish Network Facebook page where we're the most active. There's a lot of shit going on. Please invite your friends to the Facebook page. We're trying to hit a G. We're over 600 people right now, but we want to hit like 1,000. Like that would be great if we get 1,000 people to join our Facebook page. You know, it'll be a great milestone for us. But if you don't know, yeah, if you guys want to catch me online, anything we've been playing, BK Brawler 537 is my gamer tag for every single thing. I don't know my Switch code though. I'll never know my Switch code. And like until next time, guys, yo, enjoy your drinks, enjoy your games. Peace out. Thanks for
See you
watching.
guys. See you on the next one.